there are 2 days out of the week where you're not allowed to have a screen at all. And they think I'm crazy, but I'm still sticking by it. But she just came to me with this thing called Discord.
Yeah, Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, don't let her on that.
And she just asked, and I said, well, what are you going to do? Oh, I talk to my friends. Well, how do you talk to them? Well, it's me and this guy person and this girl and this girl and this girl and these people from school. And you're telling me that is not a good thing because the whole classroom will be on that. I guess they text. So now I got to take that.
Yeah. That's right. No, so Chuck, if I could just, I appreciate what you're doing. You're giving structure. You're putting some limits. That's great. But what I'd like you to do is think not screens are all the same and you can only have a certain amount of it. Think there's good screen time and bad screen time. Good screen time is two things. One is direct face-to-face communication, like a telephone call or a FaceTime call. That's good. There's no problem with that.
Okay.
One-on-one. The other thing that's good is long stories. So humans are storytelling animals. We've always raised our kids with stories for as long as we've had language. So watching a movie, if they watch 2 movies a week, that's great, especially if they're together.
Okay.
There's no stimulus response from a movie. You just watch it and get lost in the story. That's all good. You know what's really bad? And you should say 0 would be TikTok or Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts. The short videos are horrible.
So Jonathan, you just rattled off a set of social media platforms on the assumption that we would all know and understand and agree with why they're bad. Could you give like the best example of what's going on that platform that would make it bad, especially perhaps for the girls who are out there? What's different in the girl mind compared to the boy mind that makes them more differentially susceptible to the mental stresses that they bring?
So this is a very important point, that each social media platform is different. It appeals to different kids. It does different things and it causes different kinds of harm. So let's start with Instagram. That's the one that all the girls are on. Instagram is the most powerful way to destroy a girl's self-esteem and sense that she's beautiful, because it puts girls into constant competition, comparing. It used to be, you'd compare to the 10 or 20 girls in your class, but now you've got thousands of girls and young women who are gorgeous. So social comparison is particularly bad on Instagram. Instagram, I think, is the biggest single, there are many reasons, but Instagram, I think, is the biggest single driver of depression and anxiety in teenage girls, especially preteen girls. TikTok's very different. TikTok does have some of that, but TikTok is more about quick entertainment. TikTok, because it pioneered this very addictive paradigm where you're watching videos, and if you've been watching it for 5 seconds and it doesn't seem super interesting, let's move on. So you press, and then the next one's not so interesting. And then you press, and the next one's really funny. So that's a slot machine. So TikTok is the fastest way to addict your kids to short little attention span things and to teach them that if they ever feel 5 seconds of boredom, that they should change it. So TikTok, I think, is the biggest driver of stupidity and the kids themselves call it brain rot. So TikTok is, I believe, literally driving. Test scores are going down around the world since 2015. And so TikTok is not so much about depression. TikTok is about becoming stupid and unable to pay attention. Snapchat has some of that. Snapchat has lots of little stuff, but Snapchat is the best way if you want to have sex with a child or if you want to meet children. Snapchat makes it easy because everything disappears. Snapchat pushes you to connect to friends of friends, and most kids have thousands of friends, most of whom are strangers. So Snapchat is implicated in a lot of the fentanyl deaths because it's so easy to buy drugs on Snapchat. So each platform has a different profile of harms. You mentioned Discord. We're just beginning to study Discord and Roblox. In
your lab where you study this.
Yeah, in my lab, in the Tech and Society lab at NYU Stern. Any platform that puts you into conversation with adults who are not known, not verified. The platform has no idea who they are. Snapchat, it was revealed in internal documents, Snapchat was getting 10,000 reports of sextortion in 2022, not per year, per week. I'm sorry, per month. That was per month.
That's where you have a naked picture of someone and you threaten to post it?
That's right. And a number of those kids then killed themselves. This is especially for boys. A lot of boys have killed themselves because they're so shamed by what has happened. So each of the platforms has a different profile of harms. And what happens in the research, unfortunately, is everything gets lumped together. And all we're studying is how many hours a day are you on social media? And that lumps together 4 very different kinds of poison. So that dilutes the effects for any one kind of poison. But don't let your kids on any platform where they're talking to strangers. That actually includes Roblox. It's insane the way all these companies want to grow and bring people into interaction with children.
Oh my
so
God.
I don't. You're completely freaking us out here.
So disturbing.
Yeah.